Well, I'm on the spectrum, so this is my kind of group. So I don't have to have people in my space, and I can still share with people. And there's some really awesome people that are here. Anybody who could participate in something like this, I would definitely recommend.
I think it's absolutely fabulous. I've had so much. I told everybody about it, and everybody remarked how animated I was, even though I was absolutely exhausted. It just made such a difference, because before I came in here, I just I don't know what I'm going to do. Can I keep on doing this? This isn't working. That's not doing. So many things became clear. And just to feel meeting so many wonderful people, like she said, I really like it. And the creativity, it inspires your creativity.
Doors are opening everywhere, and I've got a lot of takeaway on the first day, and it's just opening up all kinds of opportunities. And I'm excited because I just published my first book, and this is like a drop in what I can possibly do with everything that I have in me. And now it's time for me to get busy and get working and spread the message, because woo. Thank you so much.
Yes, of course.
Awesome group of people. I'm discovering that there's a lot of us in the same shape and fashion, that we need that oomph, that cheering on, to keep going and not give up. And there's so much to offer in each and every one of us.
I really appreciate several things. The fact that you're really keeping very much to time. I'm in Western Australia. This is the middle of the night. So if I'm committing to coming up at 2:30 in the morning, I don't want to be sitting looking at a screen waiting. The speakers have been terrific, really energizing. But for me, the breakout rooms have been the most fantastic thing. The opportunity to meet authors that are writing totally different stuff from me. It's just been so interesting. And I don't think I've met anyone yet that I haven't thought, oh, wow, this is terrific. Even to the extent of sort of thinking, I'll keep a lookout for their books, even if it's in a genre that I never read, because they're just so enthusiastic about their own work. And it really gives me a buzz, and I think, oh wow, these are my people. It's really good. So and so well organized, Jess. It's just fantastic.
There are too many great takeaways, Jess, that nobody can seem to get it down to one. There's a lot.
One thing that came up, especially for the people who are newer to writing, is that there is a community, and that's just really comforting and valuable to know. And also the marketing is reachable. So I know you've thrown a lot at people over the last couple of days. It still feels doable as opposed to overwhelming.
We were talking about publicity, and for me, it was huge because she talked about leveraging everything that you've got, right? Who you are and all the little pieces of you, and leveraging each one for, whatever events that you can use. And it took me a second to really pinpoint exactly what that was for a guy like me. And I was like, okay, let's really dial that in. But then, you start thinking about, I'm a veteran, and I've got a veteran voice. I'm a recovering pastor. So I've got a recovering pastor voice. I'm a dad, I got those kinds of voices. And I found that to be so fascinating, because it changed the way that I actually looked at opportunities. And I thought that was actually really brilliant. It helped me a lot. I was like, oh, all right, cool. Now we're cooking. So that was the big one for me.
Everything about this entire week so far has been fantastic. As a person who at 72 is beginning their fourth career and approached the whole idea of online meetings with people that I probably wouldn't know anyone, with a severe amount of dread. It was very, very, very relaxing, but also very, very informative. I've got copious notes and looking forward to making use of them as I go forward with my book. And hopefully with the connections in the database, I'll find me some good beta readers when I finally get my novel finished.
I really enjoyed the week. I really enjoyed the opportunity to meet other writers and authors and to learn the finer details of the process from beginning to ending. You had some great guests invited to speak. They all gave a lot of light in small places and that are difficult to really gather information. You can do your Google search all day, but until you really still have the old-fashioned student to teacher interface, it seems like it doesn't stick. And I think this session did, and I think you did a great job, Jess. in
Thank
managing
you.
it. It's not either. I also learned a lot about Zoom. So
I just wanted to tell you thank you so much for this conference and putting it together. I know it's probably a lot of work. Also, I do a lot of online summits and conferences and web things. I don't know if you do Clifton Strengths, but I'm really high on the learner, so I enjoy learning things. And this just offered a lot of unique content. It had unique teachers that I have not seen elsewhere, and it had unique topics that I also had not seen elsewhere. And I feel like it was very, very valuable.
For me, everything was interesting, even the NFT, which I have still no idea about, but that's okay. It was still interesting. So even if it was a topic that you didn't have a clue about, you weren't really interested in, you'd actually picked somebody that kept you interested. And I think the breakout rooms and making the contacts has been fantastic. I think that was beautiful. Like a lot of people, I'm 70, we weren't brought up in a generation to promote ourselves. So being marketing, mine has been non-existent. So I've not sold many books, but I'm reinvigorated by the fact, well, I think I can start promoting the two